Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news. Every leader has two faces, the one the public adores and the one history remembers. Today we strip away the speeches, the eloquent speaking, the photo ops and the headlines to reveal the full picture of Andrew Holness, Jamaica's youngest prime minister, a man hailed as a reformer by some and condemned as a politician of convenience by others. This is the truth Jamaica wasn't supposed to hear. Born July 22nd, 1972 in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, Andrew Michael Holness grew up in a Jamaica still finding its rooting after independence. Raised in a working-class home, he understood early the value of education, discipline, and ambition. At 39 years old, he smashed political history by becoming the youngest prime minister and the firstborn after Jamaica's independence. Holness attended St. Catherine High School before earning his bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of the West Indies, specializing in management and development studies. But he didn't stop there. In May 2025, while still serving as PM, he walked across the stage at Northeastern University in Boston, graduating with a Doctor of Law and Policy. His thesis, tackling one of Jamaica's deadliest crises, gun violence, through legislative reform. Few leaders juggle the demands of running a nation while furthering their education. It showed drive. But was that the same drive always in service of the people? Holness entered Parliament in 1997 as the MP for West Central St. Andrew. Within a decade, he was Minister of Education, launching initiatives to expand early childhood education and modernize schools. His climb was fast, almost too fast for some political veterans. He became PM in 2011, but it was a short-lived term, as his party lost in the general elections just weeks later. Many wrote him off, but in 2016, he stormed back to reclaim the leadership, this time with a narrow but decisive victory. Under his leadership, Jamaica's economic indicators have broken records. In March 2025, Holness declared Jamaica was experiencing its strongest economy since independence. The numbers: unemployment slashed in half from 13.7% in 2016 to just over 7% in 2023. Tourism rebounded strongly post-pandemic, foreign investment grew, and debt-to-GDP ratios improved. Supporters say this is a mark of a capable leader, but critics ask, have these gains truly trickled down to the average Jamaican struggling with high food prices, crime, and housing shortages? In times of crisis, Holness has not been afraid to act beyond Jamaica's borders. When Haiti faced political collapse, Holness offered military and police support, joining a multinational push to restore stability. It was a bold stance that earned him international respect and domestic criticism from those who felt Jamaica's focus should stay at home. One of Holness's most ambitious pledges came in 2022 to make Jamaica a republic by 2025. Ending ties to the British monarchy would be a seismic shift, symbolic and political. Committees were formed, constitutional changes were drafted, yet with the clock ticking, skeptics wonder if the promise will be another political carrot left hanging before an election. But every bright light casts a shadow. As Education Minister, Holness recommended Westcon construction for multiple school contracts. The Integrity Commission flagged a possible conflict of interest, citing long-standing personal connections and incomplete disclosures. The public corruption director later cleared him, but the episode left a stain, fueling whispers about political favoritism and transparency. For some Jamaicans, the biggest critique isn't about economics, it's about safety. Despite investments in security, gang violence, murders, and corruption, allegations continue to dominate headlines. On social media, frustration boils over. He sits idle by and watches crime and corruption eat away at our island, one user posted. Others acknowledge progress, but still label him ineffective. Here lies the paradox. The reformer. He's educated, globally connected, economically ambitious, and accused of moving too slowly on key reforms, of playing it safe when bold action was needed. As elections loom, Holness faces the ultimate test. Will the public remember the job growth and economic gains? Or will crime, corruption, fears, and unfulfilled promises dominate the conversation? His opponents are sharpening their attacks, and for the first time in years, the outcome is anything but certain. This is the man at Jamaica's helm, achiever, visionary, and yet for some, a symbol of political disappointment. But in a democracy, the verdict is not written by history alone. It's written by you, the people. So, Jamaica, what will your verdict be?